So, shall we begin, my friends, with our card review here? So far, we have dove deep into Kobolds and Catacombs. I'm torn again, and after seeing those cards, as soon as you see the Paladin card, you're gonna flip your shit, guys. Okay? I promise you one thing: as soon as you see the Paladin card, you're gonna flip your shit. Okay? It's gonna be amazing. Shouldn't be a problem. Blackie, greetings. Melumber, Christoph, good to see you there too. We have the Lesser Amethyst Spellstone, which is a super chilly mamilly 4-mana card. It says Lifesteal, deal 3 damage to a minion. And then it also reads, take damage from your cards to upgrade. First question that pops in my mind, does your hero ability trigger it? From what I see here, I would say no, because take damage from your cards. Your hero ability is not a card. So you actually need to have cards that deal damage to you to make this work. And then there's an upgrade. It says Lifesteal, deal 5 damage to a minion. So if you actually play Vulgar Homunculus or Kobold Librarian, you already trigger the Spellstone to be able to heal for 5. So the 2 is already getting there. And then if you upgrade it again, you heal for 7 and deal 7 damage for 4 mana. 4 mana 7/7 Super Rip. Great card. I see no real downside to this. It's just like playing an Earthen Ring Farseer. Why did you play an Earthen Ring Farseer? To get the heal. Why won't you play an Earthen Ring Farseer right now? Well, you have a Greater Amethyst Spellstone. You can just heal for 7. Does your opponent know if you upgrade a card in your hand? I fairly don't know. I fairly don't know if that actually happens. So, the Lesser Amethyst Spellstone, to sum it up, together especially with the new cards, Vulgar Homunculus, Kobold Librarian, which also benefits some other cards even more, is all in all an amazing one, and I definitely see it play once in a Highlander Warlock, maybe twice even in a Control Warlock, because the card has no downside. Even if you play it for 4 mana just for 3 damage, it's going to be amazing, and due to the Warlock card draw opportunities, you're obviously going to get to the card. So, we have the second card, which is the Vulgar Homunculus. Homunculus. I hope I pronounced that correctly in any way. It's a 2/4 2-mana minion. That's amazing. Has taunt. Amazing. Like, the dude is a bigger Voidcaller. White Walker, I mean. Sorry. And Battlecry, deal 2 damage to your hero. And it's a demon. So, demon can be buffed with Warlock cards. They're buff Warlock demon cards. Nice. Demon can be resummoned as a taunter with the hero ability, with the Death Knight, and it can be crueled out if you need it. Plus, the hero ability synergizes with the Amethyst Spellstone and would even allow you to play more. All in all, the card is a good arena card. 2 mana, 2/4. Why not? Deal 2 damage. When you can shit, life is just a resource, right? If you play with Spellstone, it gets amazing. I mean, you play the Homunculus turn 2, you have a Spellstone in hand, you already do 5 damage for 4 mana. GG, that's amazing. So, good card. And it's a demon, which makes it definitely, like, since it's a demon, it makes it definitely interesting, especially with the taunt. Because if you then summon the Death Knight, you actually get taunters out that save your ass a bit more. Kinda think it's absolutely an option to play in Highlander decks, in even demon, themed decks. Rip White Walker, I think it's more an addition to White Walker than a rip. Then again, we go to the Kobold Librarian, which is a 1 mana 2/1, and says draw a card on Battlecry and then deal 2 damage to your hero. I find that really, really amazing. One thing you need in every Control Warlock is card draw. Life is just a resource. Again, Life is a resource. You have him in starting hand. You have Lesser Amethyst Spellstone in starting hand. Slam him out. Get the card. I mean, the Kobold Librarian is the perfect card for Mountain Giant. Why? Because you play a 1-drop and you don't lose a card. You get a card. So in a Mountain Giant deck, auto-include. Like a hand lock. This is an auto-include card. Straight up. Kazakus Warlock. Auto-include. So many reasons. This dude is crazy. So, Blizzard managed to make 3 cards. 4 Warlock that don't have a discard opportunity. Thank you, Blizzard, for not forcing discard Warlock. Highly appreciated. I think good for Highlander, good for Demon Warlock. Definitely nice all in all. Kobold Librarian is the new auto-include card for Warlock. It's like a Dark Peddler before. You're definitely going to put that in every single Warlock deck. There's no downside to the card. 2 life is neglectable. You get a card and you get a 2/1. It's a free hero ability, literally. Free hero ability for 1 mana plus a 2/1. No downside at all. Lesser Amethyst Spellstone, no downside to, will be played 100%. Especially in a Blood Bloom Warlock too. You know? Why not? Can work out. Then we also have 3 Shaman cards. What does a Highlander deck mean? A Highlander deck is a deck where there's 1 copy of each card in the deck. So, what we're having is, as always, the Kobold Hermit. A 2 mana 1/1. Choose a basic totem and summon it. If you just look at this card, it's like, okay. Why? But then you see Windshear Stormcaller. And that dude says, here, guys, the 5 mana 5/5. Beast stats anyway. Battle Cry. If you control all 4 basic totems, summon Alakir the Windlord. What we have here is the Kobold Hermit, who summons for 2 mana basic totem. That's amazing. Then we have the Primal Talismans, which is a 3 mana card, and it says, give your minions Death Rattle, summon a random basic totem. So this is, no matter how good this is, okay? No matter how good Freeze Shaman is, Shid, or other Shaman archetypes, you can put 2 Hermits, 2 Talismans, and 2 Stormcallers in your deck, and you have a full, beautiful, new archetype. A new archetype to play Shaman. You can play Totem Shaman. You can play Windshear Stormcaller Shaman. Totems will be thinking, absolutely. Spur Claws is coming back to meta because of Kobold Hermit? Nope. Spur Claws is never coming back. They're not good anymore. But obviously, Spur Claws together with Kobold Hermit is definitely a nice thing. Totem Shaman, why not? Exactly. There are so many ways you can actually play Totem Shaman. This makes me excited. But then again, other decks, so this is ultra gimmicky, super fun for the casual player. I don't know how good it will be in reality. The sad reality will be this deck that I see with those 6 cards here will get straight up crushed by Priest, by Druid, and potentially by Rogue and the new Warlock too. So as fun as this is, a free Alakir is nice, but it looks grim and dark for fun decks. It looks grim and dark for fun decks. Nonetheless, 3 amazing cards. As a casual Hearthstone player, this is Guile. Why? It's a common, it's a rare, and it's an epic. No legendary needed. There's no legendary needed for this deck, and you can have good fun with it. This is going to be definitely interesting and good to see. You can play the 2 mana without the other cards. Absolutely. The Kobold Hermit to summon a basic totem is definitely an opportunity to play without the other cards. 100% do agree. Yes. All in all together, they build a nice set. I just like the Windcheer Stormcaller. I mean, there's a chance to get all 4 basic totems, especially with Primal Talismans, especially with Kobold Hermit. It's not impossible. It's a good thing. And we'll see how good it works out. But here it comes, my friends. The Game Breaker. The Runa of Sorrows. Lunessa, Sunsorrow. The doom and bane of everyone out there. The 7 mana 1/1 minion. Legendary Paladin. The Battlecry says, cast each spell you cast on your minions this game on this one. First reaction will be, but Pony. Silence incoming. Well, no. You're going to play 1 or 2 Spike-Rich Steeds. You're going to play 1 or 2 Blessing of Kings. You're going to have a card that gives Divine Shield. You're going to have Tyrion Fordring. You're going to have other minions with Death Rattle or Divine Shield too. So welcome to Paladin, where 1 silence means bullshit. You know? 1 fucking silence won't stop Paladin. Congrats. Here. You silence Lunessa. Woo! Tyrion Fordring. So that's the problem. Lunessa is amazing. You obviously played that card. You played that card when the silence is out. Guys, you play her when silence is out. This is crazy. Cast each spell you cast on your minions this game on this one. Perfect. You can play the Adept spell. You can play Spike-Rich Steed, Blessing of Kings, give Divine Shield. What so freaking ever? Dino-Size even. A normal... I'm not talking about full buff Paladin. I'm talking about a complete, normal Highlander Paladin, Control Paladin. You really think with this card you can kill Dragon Priest? Well, that's on a whole another page, right, my friends? This is on a whole different page. If Lunessa Sunsorrow can beat Dragon Priest, I don't think anything can beat Dragon Priest in the next expansion. But that's just me. Will Snipe activate before the battle cry? Good question. Good question. I don't know. I would tendency say yes, but then it's Blizzard. Sometimes the Battlecry order makes no sense. Pookster, thank you for your subscriptions. Welcome to the community, brother. Good to have you there. Reaper, also wonderful good morning, greetings. So, tendency, I would say it should, but since it's Blizzard, I'm not saying yes or no. This should have been the quest reward for Paladin. Yes, yes. This card should have been the quest reward for Paladin. Beautiful. Polymorph combo, not polymorph. You can adapt it to avoid spells or stealth. So I think Lunessa is super nice, and you just play her when all those things are out. One thing you have to understand about Control Paladin is, in case you never play Control Paladin, okay? So how do you play Control Paladin? It's you survive, you heal, you clear boards, you draw a lot of cards, and you have the luxury of playing your cards when you need them. Usually. So that you can play Linessa and others when you already drew out the other cards to counter things like this, you know? Yeah. Currently, it seems that sniper triggers after Battlecry. That's what I thought, but it should be the other way around. But I think Blizzard changed it especially for cards like this, you know? So it definitely going to be an interesting card. I'm going with too strong because the swing potential on her is too big. So let's say you're going for a fatigue matchup and your opponent keeps this in the last 3 cards. Lost. That's what I'm going with. So I think the creep has too much power potential because she's the perfect card for, you can play her as card number 30. Okay? Like, let's assume all 30 cards are drawn. 29 cards are played. This is your card number 30. And you win. That's what I'm feeling right now. I know there's a lot of counters, guys. Don't come down with the Captain Obvious thing. Oh yes, Dirty Rat. Yeah, sure, Dirty Rat. Congratulations on pulling out the Tyrion Fordring out of his hand, or the Ragnaros the Light Lord. That's where I'm going with this. You understand? Yeah, just double Spike Ridge is a strong swing. You don't even need to play more. Exactly, Scoopy Kids. But we have another Paladin card. This I find interesting. It's called Call to Arms. Recruit 3 minions that cost 2 or less for 4 mana. I kind of like this for Swarm Paladin, you know? What was Swarm Paladin's problem? We have this 3 mana cards which says draw 3 or 4 1 mana minions. That was good, you know, to get like the cards together, to get more cards with battle cries. But you play a 1-drop, you play a 2-drop, you play a 3-drop, you call to arms on turn 4. Who? I mean, Paladin 2-drops are crazy sometimes. They have nice effects. They partially have they have divine shields and stuff like that. The 1-drops are crazy on Paladin. Jesus Christ. So I think this is super nice. You can definitely go with an aggressive Paladin and have some good time. Murloc Paladin, for example, Pompek. Thank you. Good call out there. Murlocs can work with this too. So there's a multitude of options to make Call to Arms work. I think Aggro Paladin is going to be a thing again. Could be funny. I like that Paladin are getting both control and aggro tools. That has always been for Paladin, to be honest. Mass Dispel GG. Okay, so you summon 3 2/2 minions. And then you Mass Dispel them. Then there's still 3 2/2 minions. Good. Robo Croaky, good morning. What up, my friend? The card is really strong. No battle cry effects. No battle cry effects. Aggro Paladin. Definitely Aggro Paladin. This is gonna be great. But hey, have you heard about our friend? have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Duskbringer, or however he was called again? That 4 mana dragon that just destroys everything. So this is nice if you don't play against Priest. What is this? This is an aggro warlock board clear, but this is not an aggro warlock board clear. This is pretty much a mid-range warlock board clear. It's a oh my god aggro. It's oh my god, I'm getting aggroed down. I need help. But all in all, I don't see why you would need it. New one, oh wonderful, good day. Thank you for the Prime subscription. Welcome. So this is good for Quest Warlock. Quest Warlock is not good. So this card, I don't see a need. Hellfire does the same. Hellfire does the same. Maybe it's a Hellfire replacement, because Hellfire could clear your own board. But then again, Hellfire also does face damage, so Hellfire is actually a useful card every now and then. I just don't, you know, I don't see it. I don't see it. Why? If you have nothing in hand and top deck this, yeah, but the thing is, if you have nothing in hand as a Warlock, then you're doing something wrong. Warlock always has something in hand. Okay? Warlock always has something in hand. So, question, doesn't it have an amazing combo with Discard Lock, though? Answer, yes, it has an amazing combo with Discard Lock. Part 3 of the argument, Discard Lock is shit. So, yes, you can play this in Discard Lock. Yes, with double Silverware Golem in hand, it could be good. Yes, Silverware Golem will rotate out in April. Guys, in April, Silverware Golem is gone. So, rip Discard Lock anyways. The only reason to ever play Discard Lock. Yes, if you have Silverware Golem and Clutch Mother Savage in hand, wow, this is going to be even more amazing. But then again, this is the only card that actually works in a Discard Lock good. So again, Discard Lock will never be a thing. It will never be efficient. Discard mechanic is not well developed in Hearthstone. Do not use, play, or in any way look at the discard mechanic. 999. What if there are more discard cards not revealed yet? Still. This card is in Hearthstone and the antithesis of value. You lose cards to gain effects. If you would lose cards to gain even more cards, that would be safe. If you could decide what you discard, that would be safe. So let's say if Soulfire says, Soulfire, choose a card to discard, discard it. Discard Warlock is insane. As long as it says random, it's only fancy if it works. But if it doesn't work, the downside overweighs tenfold. You know? Shadowverse has effects which discard the lowest highest cost card if tied random. Also, a better opportunity than just making it completely random, discard lowest cost card, discard highest cost card. Absolutely. Yes. Discard a minion, discard a spell. So many ways to make the discard mechanic still random, but fitting. Cooking Kick Out, moin, greetings. Is this the expansion with the most board clears ever? I feel so too, Gloompuri. I feel so too. This expansion has a high amount of board clears and crazy stuff, but what I'm fearing with the whole expansion right now is too many power creeps. I have seen a lot of okay cards. I have seen a lot of cards, but the problem is what I have seen is a lot of, oh, Jesus Christ the Almighty, you know, cards. And that's where I'm having problems. Psychic Stream, oh, Jesus Christ the Almighty. Linessa, oh, Jesus Christ the Almighty. Temperus, I still go with, oh, Jesus Christ the Almighty. Silver Vanguard, 7 mana, 3/3, recruit an 8 cost minion. Oh, Jesus Christ the Almighty. Perfect card for Paladin. Guys, Silver Vanguard, you see this card here? What does this card scream? What does this card scream? Paladin. Tyrion, Ragnaros. Let's bring it on. Let's bring it on. Yeah. You on turn 7 you get Tyrion. On turn 7 you get Ragnaros. So what I see in this expansion so far is a lot of game-changing breaking cards. Where it's like whoever draws his first crazy card first just goes insane. I just feel Combo Stone coming back. Combo Stone was a lot of fun. So, let me try to phrase this in reasonable words. Combo Stone is fun. Combo Stone is good. Jacob Lindy, a wonderful good day. Thank you for your subscriptions and welcome to the Community Plus. Cute Death with a 120 bits on top. Dankeschön, you crazy mother fluffers. What my real problem right now is, Hearthstone lacks the opportunity for a comeback in a lot of decks versus an Ultra combo. So remember the point where your opponent was drawing Leroy, Faceless, Power Overwhelming, whatever. You just lost straight away. Or your opponent plays, I don't know, Lesser Mythos Spellstone summons 15/15 on the board. You mostly lose because your deck is missing that kind of clear. So in a lot of decks and in a lot of ways, Combo Stone is fun and at the same time devastating. Because it is what it is, you know? It is what it is.